Hello and welcome. Today I'd like to show you through very briefly some of the concrete grinders and polishers we have to offer from Florex, made right here in Australia. In fact, I may even show you shortly through our workshop very briefly. A lot of people out in Australia are not aware that these machines are made right here in Australia in this very facility. So without further ado, let's just start on this range of concrete grinders we've got here. There is one missing, that's the Satellite 400. Apologise for that, but let's have a look. So we have the Galaxy 250 concrete grinder. Now this particular machine is designed specifically for high-speed removal of concrete, particularly high spots. This machine here, as you see it, is a single-phase machine, and more popular of course is the gasoline version or petrol version, powered by the Honda GX V390. The petrol version is used specifically for high spot removal on footpaths. A lot of councils use them and love them. They can be fitted with diamond grinding tools, of course, as well as bush hammers. Bush hammers are mostly the ones that are used for removing high spots, and also of course traffic line removal. So a very versatile machine. However, it's not so much designed for surface preparation for coatings, a little too rough. So that's the Galaxy 250 machine, available in single phase, 3-phase and GX 390 petrol 9 horsepower. Galaxy 250. So then we have the Meteor 250 surface preparation grinder. This machine, of course, a lot of you would know it already, but it's pretty much in every single hire shop around the country. Coat Tyre and Kennard Tyre and Hypal in New Zealand, and then nearly every single independent around the country have these Meteor 250. It's a very popular machine. Not the cheapest on the market, but it is proven to give the best return on investment. So, very compact machine. It's a 10-inch single disc, uses a cup wheel machine, and it has an auto leveling head on it. In fact, all the machines here have auto leveling head now. It's a patented design by Florex. This particular machine has a lot of features that people love. It's only 62 kilograms, single phase, has everything the contractor needs, and even the DIY person can use it very easily. It's a simple machine, and the back axle can swivel, and with the shroud, the edging shroud fitted, can go right up to the edges on both sides. So very versatile machine. It's available in single phase, like you see it here, also in single phase variable speed, for those that needing to do some very small polish jobs, getting into those areas where the bigger polishing machines can't quite fit. Okay, so that's the Meteor 250 concrete grinder and polisher. Then in this position here there should be the Satellite 400. It's basically a Meteor 250 frame fitted with the Satellite head underneath. It's a 400 machine, very versatile machine, but it's really focused on the DIY market, and it's only about 90 kilograms or slightly less perhaps. Very light machine, but it can also be used quite effectively for those small garage floor projects. Then of course we have the legendary Satellite 480. The Satellite 480 standard machine is a passive grinder, so it has 3 cup wheels underneath, 3 7-inch cup wheels, Satellite discs, and those discs are not powered, so hence the name passive planetary. They just float wherever they need it. It's fixed on with the quick change magnetic disc system. But this machine of course has the auto head leveling system on it. It has 360-degree LED lighting. Recently released about 3 or 4 years ago. It is now a very popular machine, but we've been making the Satellite 480 since the early 2000s. It's gone through 4 generations. Sorry, this is generation 4, but it has a lot of features on it which hire companies also love, and they love them mostly because they're so durable and easy to maintain and give very good return on investment. Very, very reliable machine. Most contractors will have heard of them. It's a very simple machine to use, very forgiving, and never stops. So that's the Satellite 480. It's available in quite a few models. Single phase passive planetary, single phase active planetary where the heads are driven, and then we also do a single phase variable speed active planetary with a water tank built in and pump. It's got all the bells and whistles, and we also do that particular model in a heavy duty version, which is 3-phase, 4 kilowatts, so it's very powerful for its width gets a lot done in a very short space of time. So with a lot of these machines, of course, as we're the manufacturer and we assemble them just behind me here in the workshop, manufacturing facility, we can nearly customize these machines to anything you want. So that's just a point I'd like to make. Because we manufacture, if you have some particular requirement, please reach out. We're glad to hear it. Okay, and then we step to the Satellite 650 machine. This machine has a single 4 kilowatt motor, and it is a passive planetary machine. So you can think of the 650 as just a very large Satellite 480. Satellite 650 is a very robust machine, it's a workhorse, lovely to use. Obviously 650 diameter, it runs 3 10-inch discs, and this particular model has just been released as we speak. Variable speed 3-phase. Now we also do this model, or going to be doing this model very shortly, in a 680 version, which is Satellite 680 active planetary. Has a water tank designed for polishing concrete, and possibly maybe even an RC version in that model as well. So 3 basic models for the 650 range. And then we step to the Satellite 760. Now this machine, of course, everyone may be aware of this machine. It's a very robust but very powerful and compact machine. It almost looks smaller than the 650, however it is slightly wider, of course, but the footprint is slightly shorter because we've got the head side by side. It runs 6 7-inch satellite discs underneath, cup wheels. And this particular model has been released just in the last year. It has the cast wheel on the front which folds down for easy on-site transportation. But this model, the basic model, is what a lot of hire companies, concrete care specialist hire companies would have in their fleet, and also a lot of contractors, of course, have grown to love them. They're very robust, very reliable concrete surface preparation machine. Has been used many times in polishing, however its strong point is concrete preparation. So this machine, as you see it here, is fixed speed, 2 motor, the stage start, basic machine. We also do this machine in variable speed, so you can vary the speed of the heads and reverse them, of course. And then on top of that, we are soon to release the RC version of this as well, which gives you remote control of the machine. Full remote control, so you have speed, oscillation, and all those features. Lets you drive the machine up into the ramp of your trailer, of course, as well, or the back of your van. And it's also battery powered, so you don't have to have it connected to your power as you're taking it from spot to spot on the job site. Of course, it needs power to grind. The battery power is just purely for the transportation. Okay, so that's very quickly the range of concrete grinders. Now, as I mentioned earlier, these concrete grinders are actually made right here in this facility behind this wall here, which I think I might just show you very quickly. A lot of people, a lot of contractors in Australia don't believe that we actually make them in Australia, or not even aware. These machines have the green logo and are certified by Australian Made Australia. So the frames arrive pre-powder coated. We get all the components in, we design and develop these right here in this facility, and then we assemble them at the back here. Let's go and have a look. So come through to the manufacturing area. Okay, so here we have the first bay. It's the Meteor 250, where they get built. You can see some of the stock here, the shrouds and wheels. And then we have the frames. So these frames, typical how they turn up, they get laser cut, zinc plated, fabricated, a whole lot in Melbourne and Bendigo, depending on the supplier. And they arrive ready, powder coated, ready for us to assemble the machines. So here's an example of some of the machines getting built, Meteor 250s. We have, in here we have coupling parts. These are cast in a facility in Melbourne. And we have components such as the coupling metal components. These get made in Ballarat on the CNC machining centre, and other bits and pieces that to do with the handle lock mechanism. They're all there, and electrical components such as the solid state relay, and all the oil dampers, for instance. So that's the Meteor 250. And then we'll come through to the next bay where the Satellite 480s are made. Now at the moment there's none on the shelf, just halfway through between batches, but here's an example. We have part of the Satellite 480, this is the LED strip getting installed. And across here we have some of the electrical chassis. This is the electrical work getting done on the chassis that goes inside the Satellite 480. We have the gearboxes here and various electrical components. So across the other side we have some of the electrical control panels getting mounted up, ready for assembly. Some of the handle lock mechanism parts. The start and stop switches, for instance, all the electrical parts there. Some of the machining and wiring looms, for instance. So that's where the Satellite 480 machines are built. And then in the next bay we have, here's some of the components for the 480s, the wheels, for instance, as well, the drives for variable speed machines. And then we have the bay where the Mastiff Scarifier is made. So here we have the components for the Mastiff Scarifier, some of the handle mechanism, and various bits and pieces. These are all fabricated for us in Ballarat. The bearing units for the Mastiff. This bay also makes a Satellite 760. So as you can see, here's the first prototype of the variable speed remote control version. So this is all in work in progress. We have the gearboxes, for instance, and even some of the actual components that go together for the RC version, the 760. And then in the next bay we have where the Joint Master 250 and Joint Master 200 are built. Some of the frames down the side there. Then we have Beaver 200, Beaver 300 framed up on the wall. Some getting assembled here, as you can see. Jason putting them together. We have some of the components here. So we've got the oscillation shaft for the Beaver 300 and 240. Some of the pins, these are all made in Ballarat in our facility. All the glands, clips and fasteners, rubber mounts, and various parts, even the rubbers. So that's just a short tour of the Florex manufacturing facility. I hope that gives you some idea of what we do. So it's all made in Australia, and thank you for supporting us.